Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show on this January 25th. And this is big danger, and this is for real. Like, I know you've seen in a lot of newspaper articles and then on the internet, asteroid coming toward Earth and all this kind of stuff. And they've been like nothing's happened in the past. But this is serious. This is serious. This one is, they've just found it. Just a matter of days ago. It's sneaky, what they call sneaky. It's 82 feet in diameter. And it's like on my channel, I'm not really an alarmist. I only cover hurricanes when I cover hurricanes on here, and I only cover hurricanes when I know it's a bad one and going to really hit land, and so I cover it on my channel here, and I've covered a number of them. This is a bad asteroid. And when you see what I'm going to read here, you're going to see that this could be really bad. It's 82 feet in diameter, so it's quite big. 82 feet in diameter, I mean, that's a lot bigger than a school bus. Because it's possibly round. It's probably in solid, fairly, depending on the mass of the thing and the speed it's traveling at. You know, some of these asteroids can travel at up to 82,000 kilometers an hour. I don't know the speed of this one, but I do know they always travel fast. Very fast. And, well, let's get reading here. It says 82-foot asteroid, 2023 BU could crash into Earth. This is what will happen, NASA reveals. Okay. Asteroid 2023 BU is set to make a terrifyingly close approach to the Earth and has sparked concerns on whether it can strike the planet. Information from NASA sheds light on what's likely to happen. A sneaky asteroid is on its way and is set to make one of the closest approaches to Earth. In fact, it'll be closer to us than the satellites around the Earth, and that's absolutely terrifying as it increases the chance of an asteroid strike exponentially, as our planet's gravitational force might pull it in. The question also arises exactly what kind of damage an 82-foot wide asteroid can do to the planet. Luckily for us, NASA's information tells us exactly what will happen if this asteroid were to be dragged toward Earth on impact. According to the data from NASA Center for Near-Earth Object Studies, the asteroid will make its closest approach to our planet at 2:47 a.m. on January 27th. At that point, 2023 BU will be flying at a speed of 53,591 kilometers per hour. So it is a fast one. 53,000 miles an hour is traveling at it. And see, the faster they go, the more kinetic energy they release. Now, when they're too small, something the size of a car, they generally burn up on re-entry to the Earth's atmosphere because of the friction that they create when you all have seen a shooting star. Generally, shooting stars are generally basketball-sized objects, and they burn up on entry. Generally, when they get the size of a refrigerator, they take longer, and it's a really good shooting star. You ever seen one that on the end of its tail, it turns orange, and it almost looks like flames? That's the size of a refrigerator. And they get about the size of a car, they have a risk of actually a piece of them actually coming down and striking the Earth when they're the size of a car. This one is 82 feet long. So it's not the size of a car. It's the size of like 100 cars. So I can just tell you, if it hits the Earth, it's not going to break up. It's going to come down and slam into the ground at 52,000 miles per hour. And so they're saying here that it says it's the fourth nearest flyby of an asteroid in more than 35,000 past and future asteroids and close approaches by the CNEO's database, which covers a period of 300 years. This is an extremely rare scenario. It says, will the asteroid hit the Earth? It says, due to these circumstances, there is a fear that the asteroid might crash into our planet. Astonishingly, the asteroid itself was discovered last Saturday on January 21st. And ever since then, scientists have been calculating its likely trajectory. Astronomers have calculated that a chance for collision are not that high in this instance, and the asteroid will most likely fly away without harming the planet. But here's the thing. It's coming within 3,500 kilometers of the Earth, according to them. At that distance, it could get pulled into our gravitational force and circle around the Earth and slam into us. That is, in distances of asteroids from the Earth, I've never seen a prediction this close before. That's barely 2,000 miles from the Earth. That's the distance the satellites are from the Earth. And you know, satellites are pulled into the Earth's gravitational field. So I wouldn't write this off as not hitting the Earth. This is just too close. It says a similar event was observed in 2013 when an asteroid exploded over the city of Chelyabinsk, Russia. Exploded high up in the sky with only damage to the city being broken windows and glass. Now, that asteroid, you can see pictures of it here on YouTube. They hit over Russia, and it made a loud sonic boom over the city and scared a lot of people, smashed windows and everything else. That was probably a car-sized asteroid, probably 12 feet, maybe 20 feet, 12 to 20 feet in diameter. This is 82 feet. And that caused a tremendous amount of damage when it hit a few years ago in Russia. One of the things I was considering about this story, about this asteroid is, right now the world is on edge. Nuclear war. The world's on edge. Russia is on edge. The United States is on edge. Now, if this thing explodes, if this thing did slam into the Earth and explode, could the countries realize what it actually is and realize it's not actually a nuclear weapon exploding, that it's actually an asteroid? Or would they mistake it for a surprise attack by Russia, or Russia take it as a surprise attack from the United States, and then they launch their nuclear weapons? Or the United States think that this is an attack coming in from Russia and them launch. I don't know. I'm just saying this because this is what's coming to my mind right now. This is a very bad time for something to come this close to the Earth. Because on their they have these things set up, these radar units and stuff set up around the Earth, where they monitor it constantly, looking for a launch by the Russians or a launch by the United States. And this thing, on tracking this thing, it appears like a missile coming at the Earth, you know. And neither side knows. I mean, would they be stupid enough to, if an asteroid came in and hit the Earth, say it slammed into Moscow and blew up Moscow, you know, would Russians think that we blew up Moscow? Or say it came in and say it landed on New York, you know, and boom, blew up New York. Would they think that the Russians blew up New York? I'm just saying, guys. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. But I do know that this is what's been happening in the past few years. We've been facing all of these crises, one after another after another. I'm getting sick of it. But I just wanted to point this out to you guys and show you the danger that this is real, and this thing is going to shave by us. If it misses us, it ain't going to miss us by much. 2,000 miles. I mean, that's the distance of the eastern seaboard of the United States, like up in the air, like the distance from, say, the Midwest to the East Coast. If you were to take it up above us. And like I say, if it comes that close, I mean, it could get caught in Earth's gravity and still hit us. And where would it hit? We don't know. I mean, it's like being shot at. You don't know if the bullet's going to hit you or not. This thing's like a bullet flying by the Earth. I mean, who's going to be under the gun? What if it hits in the center of the ocean? What if it were to hit in the center of the Atlantic Ocean? Can you imagine the size of the tidal wave? Because an asteroid this size would be counted in megatons of explosive power. If it hit in the center of the Atlantic Ocean, it could make a tidal wave 10,000 feet high, for crying out loud. And the same with the Pacific Ocean, or any of the oceans. And, pray it hits on land, because then it wouldn't be as devastating. I mean, it would make an impact crater probably 2,000 feet across. And I mean, this thing, probably the explosive power, I'm just going to guess, but I'm going to say it's probably would be about 40 megatons of explosive power if it hits the Earth. We've never experienced anything like that before. The last time we saw 40 megatons of explosive power was back in 1961 during the Tsar bomb that was dropped by Russia, the biggest nuclear bomb ever detonated. And I mean, I'm just speculating a little bit here, guys, but what in the heck's going on? It's like ever since 2012, December 2012, we've had one, and it's gotten worse and worse. It's getting faster and faster. You can't even keep up with all the stuff that's going on. That's could be devastatingly dangerous. I mean, just talking, right? Just talking. Last like a week or so. It wasn't even probably, no, maybe 2 weeks ago. All of a sudden, in the middle of the night, all the aircraft in the United States were grounded and they couldn't fly. And now just a little bit more than a day ago, the stock market glitched, and it wasn't functioning, and some of the things like McDonald's, where you get hamburgers, I heard it was down 55%, cut in half their stock values. And then they said, well, it's a glitch. I did a show about that on my other channel. If you're not tuned in there, you should. It's called Financial Turmoil Explained. Just one thing after another. But this is kind of scary, because I mean, you don't know for sure. I mean, if it did hit the Earth, you don't know if you're under the spot where it's going to come down. And I mean, what would happen if this thing's traveling 52,000 miles an hour, or 52,000 kilometers an hour? You just be lights out. You wouldn't know it hit you. Boom. If you were underneath the spot. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning into my channel. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next show. Bye-bye.